So good morning, and we'll make a start, and this morning we'll start lying down. So we'll bring the soles of the feet to the mat and bring them a little wider than hip width apart. So bring them to the edges of the mat, more or less. And then we'll lie down, place the hands on the belly or wherever is comfortable, and just allow the knees to flop in so that they're just resting on one another very gently. And then bring your eyes to a gentle close and start connecting with your breath. Perhaps taking a few conscious and deeper breaths just to establish that connection. Feel the belly moving underneath the hands, the chest expanding and contracting. Just feeling into the sensations of the body. And if you like, you can take a moment to just set an intention for the day. It could even just be a word like gratitude or patience or peacefulness. Lovely, a few more breaths here. In stillness. And then we'll gently open our eyes and we'll bring the right knee into the chest and lengthen the left leg long on the mat. And make sure you flex the foot, the left foot. Imagine you're pressing into an imaginary wall so that that really stretches and activates the hip. And pressing the right knee into the chest very gently, just allowing the weight of the hands to do the work. Then we'll draw circles with our right ankle. So rotating the ankle, first in a clockwise direction. Just releasing the ankle joint. And then in the opposite direction, anti-clockwise. Nice circles with the right ankle. Beautiful. Then bring the ankle to stillness, and then we'll flex and point that right foot. Lovely. And then bring the right foot to stillness, and then we'll switch. We'll bring the left knee in, right leg long along the mat, flex the right foot, gently pressing and resting the hands on the left knee, and then we'll start drawing circles with the left foot. Again, starting clockwise, and then moving anti-clockwise. Lovely. Beautiful. And then we'll release the left leg on the mat. Perhaps give your legs a bit of a shake. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet to the mat and make sure that you can brush your heels with your fingertips. So that's the the distance you want your feet to be at. Arms by your sides. And then we'll take a few movements with the arms. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up and over. So the fingers are facing the back of the mat. Exhale, bring the arms back down towards the sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over. Exhale, bring them down by your sides. And then the next time, we'll lift the arms, but we'll also lift the hip points up towards the sky. Bridge pose. Exhale, bring everything back down. The arms and the hip points back down by your sides. Inhale, come back up into bridge. Exhale, release everything back down. Take a few more in your own time. Inhaling, coming up into bridge. Exhale, release. And one more. Inhale, bridge pose. Exhale, release. Beautiful. And then we'll bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a nice big squeeze, a big hug. And then right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. And let's just draw some big circles with the knees. So lengthen the arms, bring the knees away from you, and then open them up towards the sides, and then bring them back into the chest. So nice, big, smooth circles. Releasing the hip joints. One more circle in this direction, and then we'll reverse the direction. Still keeping those circles nice and big and the movement smooth. And move a little slower if that can help the movement to be smoother. Lovely, and then we'll come to stillness. Bring the knees into the chest. Rest the hands to the back of the thighs, and we'll roll up and down on the mat a few times, waking up the spine, and then we'll eventually meet in a comfortable cross-legged position at the front of our mats. Lovely. We'll place the hands on our knees. Let's take a few circles with the head. Just releasing the neck. Circular movements. Again, as smooth and as slow as possible. Lovely, and then we'll take a couple of circles in the opposite direction. And then we'll come to stillness. Inhale the right arm up and over, and we'll rest the hand on the left ear and very gently bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Just allow the right hand to gently rest, and this should already stretch your left side of the neck. But if you want to go a little bit further, you can just bring your left hand out towards the mat. totally optional. And then we'll release and come back up to center. And we'll take it over to the other side. So we'll inhale the left arm up and rest it on the right ear, bringing the left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathing here. And then if you did so on the other side, you can lengthen the right arm just to intensify that stretch, just walking the right fingers out towards the side. Lovely. And then we'll release, we'll come back up to center, and we'll loosen our wrists a little. So what we'll do, we'll inhale and bring the arms out in front of us, and then we'll bring the hands up so the fingers will face the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, fingers face the floor. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, down. Taking a few more in your own time. Up to the ceiling, down towards the floor, moving mindfully. Lovely. And then we'll come to stillness. Bring the hands back where you started, and then we'll turn the arms so that the palms face each other, and then we'll do like an open close movement as if it was swinging doors. So on an inhale, we'll bring the fingertips to face each other. Exhale, open them wide. Inhale, facing each other. Exhale, open wide. Just take a few more like this. Try and keep your arms nice and straight as you do this. Lovely. And then we'll release, we'll give our wrists a bit of a shake. And then let's come into all fours. And we'll prepare to come down to child's pose, but rather than a wide-legged child's pose, we want our shins and legs to be parallel, perhaps with a fist worth of space in between the knees. Lovely, so we'll sit on our heels, and we'll gently lengthen the arms and release the forehead down to the mat. We'll take a breath here, and then on an inhale, we'll come up onto our knees. So we'll sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, reaching up to the sky, gentle back bend. Exhale, come down to all fours. Inhale, arch the spine, shine the chest forward. Exhale, round the back. And then on an inhale, we'll sweep the arms up, coming up onto the knees, gentle back bend. Exhale, come back down to child's pose. And again, we'll take the sequence. Inhaling, we'll come up onto the knees, sweep the arms, reach for the sky with the fingertips, gentle back bend. Exhale, come down to all fours. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the spine, shine the chest forward. Exhale, rounding the back. to the knees, reach for the sky. Exhale, come down to child's pose. One last time, we'll inhale, come up onto the knees, fingertips reach for the sky, back bend. Exhale, come down to all fours. Inhale, arch the spine, shine the chest forward. Exhale, drop the head round the spine. Inhale, come up onto the knees, gentle back bend, reaching for the sky. Exhale, come back down to child's pose. Lovely, and then we'll gently come back to all fours. Spread the fingers nice and wide on the mat. And prepare to come up into downward facing dog. So we'll tuck our toes under and start lifting the knees. Lovely. And we'll take a few cleansing breaths here. So inhale through the nose and then release on a sigh. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release. And then we'll inhale. Bring the left leg back behind you. Three-legged dog. Exhale. Bring the left foot between the hands. Lower the right knee. And we'll inhale. Sweep the arms up. Low lunge. Relax the shoulders. Lovely. And then we'll bring the hands into prayer and release the prayer down to heart center. We'll take a deep breath in, and then on an exhale, we'll twist towards the left. So rotating the torso, legs stay where they are. If you're happy here, you can stay here. If you want to go a bit further, you can hook the outside of the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, and perhaps lengthen the right leg as well. This is totally optional. You're more than happy to stay here. And then we'll gently de-rotate back to center and bring the hands to our hips. And we'll come into a side lunge now. So your left leg stays exactly where it is, it doesn't move. But we'll pivot our lower leg so that it's parallel to the short edge of the mat. We'll lengthen the right arm so that it's resting on the inside of the left leg, of the left knee. Inhale, and then on an exhale, we'll just sink into the left leg. So you should feel a lovely stretch on the inside of the left thigh. And just breathe deeply, and if you want to intensify the stretch, really press your left arm into the inside of the knee. Lovely, and then we'll release, come back up. We'll lengthen the left leg and pivot the foot 90 degrees so that it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. We'll gently slide our left hand down the left leg, and then on an inhale, we'll sweep the right arm up and over, coming into gate pose. And you should feel a lovely stretch in the whole of the right side of the body. Breathing here, reaching with the fingertips. Lovely. And then we'll counter pose. We'll bring our right fingertips down towards the mat, and with our left arm, we'll sweep it up and over. Long line of energy from the left fingertips down towards the left foot. And make sure you really ground through the left foot. Lovely. And then we'll bring our left hand down to the mat. And let's walk our hands back towards the front of the mat. We'll pivot our legs so that we're back into a low lunge position. And just for a couple of breaths, we'll lengthen the left leg, flexing the left foot, coming into a lovely hamstring stretch here. Breathing deeply. Lovely, and then we'll bring the left foot back down to the mat, frame the front foot with the hands, and then pick up the right knee and just step back to dog. Lovely. Take a few moments to come into your dog, perhaps walking the feet, pedaling the feet, just to release the legs. Lovely. And then we'll inhale and sweep the right leg up behind us, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right foot in between the hands. Drop the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Low lunge. Resting the shoulders. Relax. Lovely. And then we'll bring the hands into prayer. And bring the prayer down to heart center. Inhale deeply. And on an exhale, we'll twist towards the right. Again, twisting with the torso. Legs stay where they are. And then if we're happy here, we can stay here. If we want to take it a bit further, like we did on the other side, we can hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And make sure you're not collapsing here. Keep your spine nice and straight. And if you want that extra challenge, you can also lengthen the left leg. Up to you. Taking a few more breaths here. And then we'll very gently de-rotate back to center. Lovely. We'll bring the hands to the hips and we'll do that same side lunge. So again, right leg stays still, stays where it is, but all we'll do is pivot the lower left leg 90 degrees so that it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Lengthen the right arm. Inhale, and on an exhale, we'll just sink into the right hip. And again, if you want to intensify the stretch, really press the right arm against the inside of the right knee. come back up and lengthen the right leg, pivot the foot, so 90 degrees, so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat. We'll gently slide our right hand down the right leg. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and over. Gate pose. Beautiful. And then we'll bring the left fingertips down to the mat. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and over for a counter pose. Reaching the right fingertips to the sky and really anchoring down through the right foot. Beautiful. And then we'll bring the right hand down to the mat and we'll gently walk our hands back towards the front of the mat. Again, pivoting our legs and our feet so that we're in a lunge position. And when we've found our low lunge, we'll lengthen the right leg, flexing the right foot, coming into our hamstring stretch on the other side. Breathing into the stretch. Lovely. And then we'll bring the sole of the right foot back down to the mat. Frame the front foot with your palms. Pick up the left knee and gently step back to downward facing dog. Taking any last movements here in your dog. You can take a vinyasa if it's in your practice. A little flow. And then we'll all eventually meet in an extended child's pose, bringing your knees nice and wide on the mat and gently draping your torso in between the thighs, resting the forehead on the mat, arms along. And perhaps you can move your head from side to side, just giving your forehead a gentle massage. And then come to stillness. Perhaps reconnecting with the intention that you set at the start of the class. And just enjoying these moments of stillness and silence before the start of the day. And then we'll gently start walking the hands back towards the knees, just peeling up into an upright position. You can come to a comfortable kneeling position or cross-legged, anything that feels good. And then we'll gently inhale, sweep the arms up, reaching for the sky. Bring the hands into prayer. And then we'll gently release the prayer to the forehead for kind thoughts. Down to the mouth for kind words. And down to heart center for kind actions. And we'll bow together to seal the practice. you very much and have a lovely Christmas.